I came to the northwest region of Peru, and I discovered that the ancient history of cacao is unfolding right before our eyes. The future of chocolate really lies right here in Peru. Here we are at the active archaeological site Monte Grande in the Jaén region of Peru, where they believe the Marañón culture existed. This site represents femininity.
Es una mujer en estado de parto.
Oh, it's a woman giving birth. It's a woman giving birth.
Está volviendo a renacer con el espiral, y aquí en el centro está sepultada la tumba del personaje más importante en posición fetal, como si fuera un bebé dentro del vientre materno.
It's been fascinating coming here. They have found shards of pottery dating to 6,100 years before present, with remnants of Theobroma cacao. The other thing that has been very myth-busting for me is there's theories out there stating that cacao was only used here in the upper Amazon as a fermented beverage. We found some very preliminary type of stone grinding tools here that could indicate that indeed they were grinding cacao, that they were using the roots, the flour. Cacao was definitely some sort of sacred object, and there was ceremony around the cacao. I'm here at the Marañón region of Peru, and here they're producing one of the highest qualities of cacao that you can get in Peru. And this right now is understood to be the Marañón genetics, and it's a very pure genetic that we're working with. And they're doing an excellent job here of hand selecting all of the cacao, fermenting it to perfection, and drying it. And as you see here, the end result is just amazing beans, and they smell just really nice. Like they're doing a very slow drying process to eliminate the acetic acid, and at the end, like, you really don't smell too much vinegar or anything in these beans. And when you break them open and taste them, you taste that it's not very bitter. In fact, this one almost has some citric notes. Like, I almost get a little bit of banana flavor, and maybe a little floral and a little nutty. So, but it's delicious as is. Like, it really does not need a lot of work. And so I'm gonna try these beans and do a very delicate roast on them and see what we get.
Denise es una de las chocolateras más antiguas de Estados Unidos, de las que comenzó la revolución del chocolate allá. Es una de la primera generación de los nuevos chocolateros, y está haciendo un chocolate de primera categoría, y además ha educado a muchos nuevos chocolateros.
When I visit Cacao Origins, I taste the fruits from the region to help train my palate. Here we are at the Fortunato farm of Mr. Fortunato Alba. And one thing that amazes me about this farm is it is some of the oldest cacao trees that I've ever seen. These trees are about 40 years old. And the other thing that's incredible about these trees is just look at them, like they're an ecosystem in themselves, like all the moss and lichen that are on these trees. And the other thing is this is a very, very pure genetic variety. It's the Cajamarca Amazonas variety, which is a very close cousin of the Nacional. And in the area, they tend to call this the Marañón cacao, but it's not technically the Marañón genetics. The famous Fortunato #4 tree is here on this farm, named after Mr. Fortunato himself. This is a very pure white bean cacao that sort of became famous because they thought that the Nacional variety had completely disappeared when it was decimated in Ecuador. However, Anthony Bourdain and Dan Pearson and Brian Horsley, they came here and they sort of repopularized this cacao because they were astounded that they found the white cacao here in Peru. For me, like the closest cacao that I've ever used of a very pure genetic variety. And soon I hope to be getting some of these beans and delivering them to you as a chocolate bar. Today I had the fortune of meeting the Awahun indigenous community. We were welcomed by one of the indigenous leaders. They are really at the crossroads, like many indigenous communities, between their traditional lifestyle and the modern world. And then they showed us a ceremonial dance that they use at weddings and festivals. I also had the opportunity to present my chocolate to them, which was very exciting because I've been using their cacao for a couple of years now and I haven't had the opportunity to meet them until now. I make chocolate from your cacao. We've won 2 different international chocolate awards. I'd like to present you with our chocolate.
By purchasing cacao from the indigenous communities of the Peruvian Amazon, I'm helping to protect this vital ecosystem and its sacred places like Gocta Falls. These efforts conserve the biodiversity of plants and animals of the Amazon, including cacao. I visited Cuelap, an archaeological site of the Chachapoya that predates the Inca, and I couldn't help but wonder if they used cacao. My journey ended at the Salon de Cacao and Chocolate in Lima, where I found so many high-quality chocolates being made at origin.
Here lies the future of chocolate.